Hi guys, welcome back on board of the Crypto Cruise. It's me, Chris, and today we're going to talk about Litecoin, what Litecoin is all about. Is it possible for Litecoin to outperform Ethereum and Bitcoin in the immediate short term, meaning the next coming months, potentially 4 to 6 months? I think that can potentially happen because the true speculation of the altcoin season hasn't happened yet, and we're definitely in a bull cycle. But once this start happening, we're going to see higher prices for LTC, potentially will outperform Bitcoin and Ethereum. But before we start talking about LTC, Litecoin, we're going to start today's video with a Bitcoin chart, as we always do. And I've told you guys, so we formed this bearish channel pattern, and we broke above it. So we've been correcting since 13th of August at all-time high price of around 125,000. We dropped all the way to 107,000. And we broke above this bearish channel pattern. Now we are coming back, test this previous resistance. Hopefully we're going to turn it into support. If not, if we don't hold this line, potentially Bitcoin can further go down to 104, 105,000. Or the other likely scenario is basically hold this line as support for continuation of the trend on the upside. And I'm not going to be surprised for a V-shaped recovery, and by the end of September we start hitting all-time high prices, and potentially by mid-October we start hitting prices for Bitcoin above 130,000. I mean, this is something in the charts. I've told you guys, corrections like these are actually healthy. They're actually for buying, because the bottom of the bear market happened in November of 2022 at price of around 15,000 at the time of recording this video. The price of one BTC is around 110,000, so we're definitely in a bull cycle when it comes to Bitcoin. But not only Bitcoin, traditional markets such as S&P 500, Dow Jones Industrial, they're all in a raging bull market. Now, when it comes to Ethereum, we're also in a bull market, and I see nothing but bullish momentum. I see on the yearly chart this huge reverse head and shoulders. On the weekly chart, we formed huge ascending triangle pattern starting from 4th of March 2024, a huge ascending triangle pattern, as I've said, and we managed to break above it 4th of August 2025. We actually went above 4,800, its previous all-time high. We came back, we tested this previous resistance, we turned it into support at price of around 4,100, and now we're going to have more continuation of the trend on the upside, and I'm not going to be surprised, especially if we measure this ascending triangle pattern. The price target should be above 6,600. If we measure it from the bottom to the top, the price target should be above 6,600 for Ethereum, and this can potentially happen by October, November of this year. And if we follow this huge ascending triangle pattern, and again, the most bullish case is that we broke above this resistance line that we've tested from 8th of November of 2021 at previously all-time high price of around 4,860. We tested it again here in March of 2024. We tested it again in May of 2024. We tested it at the end of last year while everyone was thinking we're going to break above it. We actually capitulated. Ethereum went below 1,400. Then Trump introduced the tariffs, a V-shaped recovery. We managed to break above its all-time high, as I've said, a price of around 4,000, almost $5,000. Now we have experiencing a little bit of a pullback for continuation of the trend to 6,600. One final shake off, and by the end of this year, early next one, by February, March of next year, I'm not going to be surprised if Ethereum start hitting price of above 5 digits to potentially to 10,000. Now, when it comes to LTC Litecoin, what I'm actually anticipating is to outperform Bitcoin and Ethereum in the immediate short term. Now, long term, most probably that won't happen, but in the immediate short term, meaning the next coming months, basically 4 to 6 months, once the true speculation of the altcoin season happen, this can Litecoin can potentially outperform Bitcoin and Ethereum. Again, anything I say in this video, it is not a financial advice, it's for pure entertainment purposes. And before you do anything, do the diligence and make your own research, because as I've said, this is definitely not a financial advice. Now we just have to look at its previous database that we have. The previous bull cycle in 2013 went over 100x. In 2017 went over 100x. In 2021 bull cycle, we went from price of around the bottom of the bear market, which happened in COVID, March of 2020. The price for one LTC was around $25. We went all the way to 400, so around 20x the previous bull cycle. So if something like that plays out, and the bottom of the bear market happened in June of 2022, the price almost 3 years ago, 3 years and a few months ago, price was around $40. If we multiply 20, that'll be around $800 to potentially $1,000. And this is my price target. Now, what I'd like to see is to actually, so basically, we form here a double bottom formation, which is a bullish structure. We break above this resistance line that we've tested multiple times in the past. On 3rd of July of 2023, I tested it at price of around $115. Then we tested it again in April of 2024, a price of around $112. We broke above it. Right now we're testing it as support, previously resistance. We turned it into support. And what I'd like to see is to actually break above $150 level, take out this local top that we formed in December of 2024, and potentially if we break above $160 level, we can come back, retest this previous local top, we turn it into support, and then I'm not going to be surprised and we go and test this huge yearly resistance line that we've tested at its previous all-time high price of around 18th of December 2017 at around $370, and then we tested it again in May of 2021 at prices of around $390, $413. So if we go and tested it at by, let's say, by the end of this year, prices of around $460, and the highly likelihood is to actually break above it, and we have a full price discovery, meaning we break this level and we go above $470, potentially come back, retest this previous resistance, we turn into support. We can quickly see Litecoin double in price and potentially hit price of 4-digit, meaning above $1,000. This is not completely out of the way. This is not completely delusional. I think this can potentially happen, but then again, this is not a financial advice. And before you do anything, do due diligence and make your own research. Once again, guys, thank you all for tuning in. I really appreciate all the support. If you haven't subscribed to my YouTube, please do it. It's for absolutely free. And if you want to subscribe to my Patreon and get my 2 books of how to become a sophisticated trader, not only that, exclusive content with the most undervalued, underappreciated coins, some of their 50, 100x potential, and one-on-one consultation of how to navigate through that difficult bull cycle, you can subscribe to my Patreon. That would be much appreciated. Once again, thank you all, and we'll see each other tomorrow. Goodbye.